free COD points, ain't got money. Stop using Razorback. Listen here, buddy. There's a link in the description. I want you to tap. Click that, earn points, download the app. Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Goblin. Today what I have for you guys is some more Call of Duty Infinite Warfare gameplay for you guys. This is actually one of the first games that I ever played of Infinite Warfare, so I was basically just experimenting with a different class and a different loadout. But basically, I played a ton of Infinite Warfare this past weekend at Call of Duty XP, and I have for you guys the best class setup right now. I've experimented with all the different perks and attachments, and I came up with a class setup because the perk and attachment and the create a class system in this game, Infinite Warfare, is very similar to Black Ops 3. I was able to come up with a class setup that absolutely dominates, and I'm going to talk with you guys about all the attachments, all the perks in the game in this video, and what I find to be the best class setup for when the game first comes out on the beta. This class is going to absolutely destroy when you're able to get these attachments and these perks and all that sort of stuff. So if you guys can drop a like on this video, I'd really appreciate if you guys, I got early Infinite Warfare gameplay for you guys from COD XP. You got to drop a like for that. Please, let's smash up 2,000 likes. That would be absolutely awesome if you guys could all do that. And let's talk first about all the perks and in the game. That's the first thing I want to talk about because that's the thing that a lot of people are asking about. So how the perks work in this game are similar to Black Ops 3. There's a perk 1 slot, there's a perk 2 slot, and there's a perk 3 slot. And let me go over everything in the perk 1 slot. The first perk that we have is Recon. Basically, what I'm just going to give you guys a brief description of what all the perks do so you can understand them. I'm not going to read you guys out the official description or whatever. Recon basically just makes your mini-map bigger. It's sort of like the perk they had in Advanced Warfare. I can't remember the name of it, but it makes your mini-map a bit bigger so you're able to see more things on the mini-map, and it's a very valuable perk. The next perk we have in the perk 1 slot is Blind Eye. Blind Eye basically works just how Blind Eye works in every other Call of Duty. You don't get killed by streaks and all that sort of stuff. The next perk that we have is Blast Shield. Blast Shield is basically Flak Jacket. It's the exact same thing as Flak Jacket. It's just named Blast Shield. Next we have Dexterity, which is basically Fast Hands. It allows you to reload, or it's Sleight of Hand Pro basically from MW2. It's not really Fast Hands, but it sort of is. It allows you to switch weapons faster and also reload faster. So that's why it's sort of sleight of hand as well as fast hands. That is probably one of the best perks in the game, Dexterity. Next thing we have for you guys is Overclock. Everyone knows Overclock from Black Ops 3, and there are specialists which are now called combat rigs basically, or payloads is basically what the specialist weapons are called. And I get a few nice triple kills in this gameplay as well. Overclock just allows you to get your payload or your specialist weapon faster. And the next one we have is Ghost, which keeps you invisible from UAVs and stuff while you are moving. That's the first perk slot. The second perk slot, we have Momentum. Momentum basically just allows you to sprint faster over time. So it's sort of like accelerating in like a nice car or something. When you start running at a normal speed, and if you keep sprinting, you speed up and you keep going faster and faster and faster. So Momentum is a pretty cool perk. Next one is Hardline. Basically makes it easier to get your kill streaks. Next we have Tac Resist, which is basically, Tac Mask. It helps you against all those stuns and shock charge, all that sort of stuff. Tracker is the exact same from Tracker in Black Ops 3. You look at people's footsteps. Cold-Blooded, same thing as Cold-Blooded we've seen in the past. And Scavenger, everyone knows Scavenger. You replenish your ammo and stuff like that. Next we have in the third perk slot, we have Gung Ho, same from Black Ops 3. A lot of these perks you'll find are same from other Call of Duty games. Pinpoint. What Pinpoint is basically in this game on Infinite Warfare, a lot of the guns are laser powered, which it sounds kind of weird and it sounds bad when you hear about it, but it basically means that the guns just, they shoot like laser bullets instead of normal bullets. There's literally no difference except the sound is a little bit different. But Pinpoint, how it works is when you're using one of those laser weapons or laser bullets or whatever, it's not really like a laser weapon like Advanced Warfare. Those things weren't that cool. The laser guns in this game, like I think the gun that I'm using right here, the Volk, I think this is a laser gun, and you can tell that you can't really tell a difference except in the sound. Pinpoint basically makes it so that when you hit someone, they are tagged up. They can't regen health for 5 seconds, and they're tagged up so you can see like where they are. Pinpoint is a very, very good perk if you're using one of these laser weapons. However, if you're not, it's basically useless. Hardwired, similar to Hardwired from Black Ops 3. Marksman is like Marksman from MW3. Now, a lot of people don't know what Marksman is. Marksman basically allows you to, when you're aiming down sights at people, it gives you less weapon sway on a sniper rifle. And also when you're aiming down sights at people from a long distance with like an assault rifle, their names pop up. So their name will pop up and you'll be able to see people from a farther range with Marksman. Engineer lets you see enemy kill streaks, similar to, I think Engineer is in Black Ops 3 as well. And Dead Silence basically makes your footsteps quiet. So those are all the perks that we have in Black Ops 3. Now, as far as attachments, a lot of people are going to ask, attachments in Black Ops 3 or not Black Ops 3, I'm talking about Infinite Warfare here, but the attachments, they're very similar to Black Ops 3. The attachments are very similar. We have your normal stuff, you have extended mags, fast mags, or fusion mag, it's called, for your laser weapons. Then you also have all your other sort of stuff. You have long barrel, you have a quick draw, you got stock, you got grip, you got extended mag, you got high caliber, which is actually called hollow point, and some other stuff. The names are a bit different, but the attachments are all basically similar. Now, as far as class setups, this is what I've been running. This is the best class setup in the game right now. You pick your favorite weapon. There's a lot of good weapons in the game. There's the NV4, which is like an M4A1. The Volk, which you saw in that gameplay, is an AK-47. And then the SMGs, you have the FHR-40, which I think is the best gun in the game. It's like a Vesper Weevil mix. And you also have the ERAD and the Karma, both very good weapons. But basically, how to make a class setup in this game is very similar to Black Ops 3. You take your best weapon, and usually you're going to want to run 2 or 3 attachments. The attachments are very simple in this game. Quick draw, grip, stock, something like that. Quick draw, grip, extended mags on the SMGs. Very similar to how I make my class setups in Black Ops 3. And now, as far as the perk setups that I've been loading, this is the best perk setup that I've been using so far. I use 2 first perks. I use Blast Shield and Dexterity, which basically is like Flak Jacket, Fast Hands. The first perk slot is probably the best in this game, and that's why I think it's worth using that sort of wild card. Or they don't really have wild cards in this game, but it still costs you an extra point. So it's basically like you have an invisible wild card. Blast Shield Dexterity is amazing for your first perk slot. As far as in the second perk slot, usually what I run is Scavenger, because I don't want to run out of ammo, especially in this game when the tactical nuke is unlocked in the full version of the game. You actually have to get 25 kills with the exact same weapon, so you're going to need Scavenger for that. I usually just rock with Scavenger, or maybe Hardliner Tracker if I'm not that confident that I'm going to go on a streak. But if I am confident with my streak, I pretty much rock Scavenger in every single class. And then as far as a third perk, if you have space for a third perk, sometimes you won't have space if you're trying to rock a lot of attachments. And like I say in all my Black Ops 3 class setups, you want to focus on attachments. Attachments are key. It's the exact same in Infinite Warfare. It's a very gun-on-gun game. Kill streaks don't really do that much. You want to focus on the attachments, and then you want to focus on perks, probably secondary to attachments. You want to make sure you have 2 or 3 attachments on every single class. As far as perk 3, if you want to run a perk 3, I'd recommend Pinpoint. If you're using a laser weapon, it's super duper powerful. However, if you're using a normal weapon, Marksman definitely works very well for the perk 3, and that's basically what I have to say. So the best class setup, my personal best class setup with my favorite gun, is the FHR-40. 3 attachments. I like to run grip, quick draw, as well as extended mags, and then Blast Shield Dexterity, Scavenger, and then a secondary weapon as well. As far as secondary weapons, I can't remember the exact name, but the burst pistol is the best one. I melt quite a few people with that one. Pistols in this game are very strong. There are laser, they are, there's automatic, there's semi-automatic, there's all different stuff as far as pistols, and that's basically the best class setup that you're going to want to run right there. If you're running an SMG, use that class setup right there. If you're running an assault rifle, you want to run the same sort of class setup, Blast Shield, Dexterity, Scavenger, but you definitely want to use Marksman. For those of you guys who have never played MW3, and I say this game reminds me of MW3 a lot because it really does. Like, a Marksman was from MW3, and it was absolutely dominant on like an ACR class setup or something like that, a Type 95 class setup, and that's definitely what you want to run in this game as well. Marksman is super duper strong on your assault rifles. You're definitely not going to want to mix up with that. Now, you guys also may be wondering, as far as a class setup, what works for the best for kill streaks in this game. As far as kill streaks, a lot of them are not very powerful. Like I said in my video earlier, a lot of the maps are indoors, and a lot of the kill streaks are made for outdoors, and that's sort of why I would say that kill streaks, I think this year, unless they upgrade the kill streaks before the game or the beta actually releases, we're going to see a lot of non-lethal kill streak domination. The other thing, the last thing that you have to know for your class setup is going to be the combat rig, or basically which specialist you're going to rock, which specialist and which specialist trait you're going to rock. I'm probably going to make another video on that because there's so much to talk about the new specialists, how the new combat rigs work. There's just a lot of stuff in this game that's sort of new. A lot of the perks you guys can see in the attachments are just OG Call of Duty. It's got that classic Call of Duty perk class setup, pick 10 system, which is good. I think that a lot of classic Call of Duty fans are going to like that. But when it comes to the combat rig specialists and the kill streaks, a lot of them are very advanced and very futuristic, and it's going to take some more time playing the beta, some more time playing the game before we get to know every single thing about that. But definitely, I'm going to, you guys know me. You guys know I'm going to have every single thing about the news in this game and in Modern Warfare Remastered, in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I'm going to have everything you guys need to know, and I'm going to keep that updated with you guys throughout the entire year. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys could, please drop a like on this video. I'd really appreciate if we could smash up 2,000 likes. That would be absolutely awesome. I also uploaded a video earlier today. I'm hitting you guys with a back-to-back upload, so I appreciate everyone. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, subscribe for Cookie, and don't lookie, and I'm out. Peace.